Welcome to the Tuscany video.
Why do I get butterflies every time I look into your eyes and I see you? Do you see me? Now my pulse is on the rise. I can feel the future crystallize 'cause I need you. Do you need me? Why do I get butterflies?
Last minute, a little bit of gelato before we head to our 2-hour drive to our accommodation for the night. You little ripper. See you, mate. We made it. We made it to Tuscany. Have a look at that. Sappy. So we didn't stay in Pisa too long. We literally just picked up the hire car, headed on to see the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and then headed out here to Tuscany. But how cool is this? This is the they made some love heart swans out of their towers. So this is I've never stayed somewhere fancy enough to get treated like that. It's kind of cool, but yeah, we're going to spend the next few days exploring Florence, Siena, and just the Tuscan region in general. And I'm not sure if you can see out there, but it's pretty nice. Bunch of vineyards, some storm clouds, and a nice old sunset. Gonna go get some dinner and see if we can't get the drone up just before the sun goes down.
Why do I get butterflies every time I look into your eyes and I see you? Do you see me? Now my pulse is on the rise. I can feel the future crystallize 'cause I need you. You need me.
So it's our first night in Tuscany, and we've got this epic light show to kind of see us into our time here. How awesome. Epic bit of lightning. It's coming down with a bit of rain, so I'm not sure how many decent photos I'm going to get, if any, because there's no real cover. I don't have any umbrellas. I'm not in Australia. Although there is some umbrellas down there I might be able to set up. But how cool is this? This lightning's epic. It's just non-stop as well. I wish there wasn't so much clouds because it does look like it's fort lightning, and that would look so sick. So sick. You little ripper.
Why do I get butterflies?
So after those awesome lightning storms last night at our hotel, we took a little drive through to Siena. So this is also in Tuscany. This is the Piazza del Campo or something like that. But so it's pretty sweet. It's a nice old hilly little town. Absolute nightmare to drive through to find ourselves a park. But absolutely pumped because in about half an hour, a mate who I met in New Zealand when I worked the ski season there, Matty Bourne, is coming to meet us up. He lives in Austria. He works for a ski company there, and he just happens to have a wedding just in Florence, I think it is, tomorrow. So awesome timing. We're staying like 15 minutes away from each other. So yeah, pretty pumped to see him again. Maybe have a bit of lunch and a cheeky beer. The eagle has landed. We're on our way to meet Matty.
Here he is! Alright mate, good to see you. Hiya. Bloody hell. I'm not expecting to see you guys. The wedding's tomorrow.
Oh, I see, yeah.
So yeah, nice little friends reunited.
Yeah, so I couldn't answer your call before because you're saved to mine. And it comes up on the screen in the car and all the little girls in the back. They're like, what's
Oh my god. Good old.
It was awesome catching up with Maddie for lunch. We got a prosciutto and rock melon pizza, something I'd never had before. Didn't really vlog anything because I was just so excited to see him. Siena's a really cool little town. It's up and down hills with lots of narrow streets. Kind of gives off a bit of a Venice on a hill with cobblestone pavement sort of vibes, but it's a pretty cool day so far. Today's music suggestion, Siena Skies. Obviously, it just makes so much sense.
It sure feels that way, I know, because
So my favourite food is Rosie's dad's Capacola. So I've been trying Capacola everywhere we go in Italy and kind of comparing it back. And so far, Dom is 3-0 to Italy. Is that many better? So this is Siena's Capacola. It's got a bit of a hard stuff on the outside, so I'm pretty sure you're meant to eat it. So let's give it a crack. It's probably the best in Italy so far. Still doesn't come close to Dom's. More of a salami flavour. But it's still a bit bland, a little bit more like laddo. It's more of a bacony sort of one. But it's good. It's not done though. Let's leave it at that.
without the sting is when we sleep. I want you to be numb. I want you to be numb. I want you to be numb.
So we just had a nice swim down by the pool, and I've just come down to fly the drone here because get a load of that. Now she's not sunset, but she's looking alright. A little bit of golden, nice vineyards, nice greens, nice blues. I wish there was some more clouds about in the sky, but we'll have to make do. But I think we can probably still get some ripping shots. So let's get that drone up.
Why do I get butterflies every time I look into your eyes and I see you? Do you see me? Now my pulse is on the rise. I can feel the future crystallize 'cause I need you. You need me. Why do I get butterflies? Why do I get butterflies? I see you. You see me. I need you. Why do I get butterflies? I see you. You see me. I need you. Why do I get butterflies?
Right now, I'm just doing a cheeky little orbit of that little castle hotel thing down there in the distance. It's looking absolutely wild. So I've always been like a manual person. I've always liked to do things myself and not really use the smart modes on the drone. So I normally do all my panoramics myself, like whether it's with the camera, just shooting, or with this, I normally move the gimbal myself. But the last few days, I've been trying out the panoramic mode on this. I've had this drone for like 3 or 4 years, whenever it came out, and I've never actually used the panoramic mode. And so far, the results I got at Cinque Terre, absolutely unreal. But the one downside, it does save as a JPEG file, so I do need to kind of see if I like the shot, then go through and do it again myself to really get that high-res file. Flight 1 was a great success, but the light's dropping a little bit, so I'm going to change this battery out and get a few more shots. I want to get a nice little orbit of those trees over there, so let's swap this out and get her back up in the sky.
Why do I get butterflies? I see you. You see me. I need you. Why do I?
I think that was a pretty successful 1.5 flights there. One thing that's really hard when you're packing for a trip, especially one where you're going overseas, you don't want to be taking too much gear, and that's one thing I am notorious for. I always take too much gear because I never want to be regretful of missing a shot because I didn't have this lens, or I couldn't capture that footage because I didn't have this body, or I couldn't get a drone up in the air because I didn't take one. And on this trip so far, I think every bit of kit that I've brought has been vindicated by an image that I've got. So far I've got the 7200 and the 2x converter. I've got me some awesome time lapses. Just the lens on its own has got those awesome photos of those cows, the long-haired emo cows. The 35 is probably the one that's done the least amount of work for me, but it's got a few good shots. More so some memories around towns late at night just for me and Rosie, but also it's got a couple of those panning shots of the Vespers that I think look pretty sick, so kind of it's been worth bringing that. The 20mm for sure. All this vlogging stuff, absolutely unreal. The mic, obviously, small, tiny, neat, decent audio. I love how small that thing is. The A7S III has been invaluable for all the vlogging sort of things, and just a little bit of stuff of the cinematic stuff, but more so just the vlogging side. But if I didn't have the A1, I would have done that on this camera, no doubt. But the A1's been absolutely unreal for video and photo. It's done absolutely everything. But the main one, the 2470 version 2 G Master, I can't believe how much I love that lens. I need to get me one of these after I get back to Australia and try and recoup some finances. I need to get one of those things. So much smaller, so much lighter than the version 1, and it's so crisp. Literally, like, if you look at the Instagram feed of Italy, at least 90% of the shots that I've taken and video has all come from that lens, and it's been absolutely invaluable. And this thing, this has got me some awesome shots so far, and we've got some really cool places to go. So I'm hoping by the end of the trip, everything has just done what it needs to get all those awesome shots. Should we, you know what, let's keep Florence in this vlog as well, I reckon. And double music suggestion. I said earlier that it was Siena Skies because we went to Siena today, and that makes sense. But because we're going to Florence tomorrow, if you like a bit of soft stuff, how about Florence and the Machine? I'm going to call the end of today here and give it a big fat thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in Florence tomorrow, or in like 2 seconds. Like, welcome to Florence.
Feel anticipation, you have little patience. Hopefully we'll see this through. Sparks at night, thunder, roll another number. The guys are looking out for you. Everybody's got something to say. Everybody's got something to say. No communication, lost in translation. The Joker got his hands to you.
So we've been walking around Florence for the past like 4 or 5 hours, and to be honest, it's not our favourite city that we've been to. It's probably I think we both agreed, the bottom of all of the Italian towns and cities that we've been to so far. This is definitely the best lookout that you can go to kind of see a really good overall view of the whole city. But just, I don't know, a little bit smelly, a little bit dirty, and just not as beautiful as the other cities that we've been to. So I'm not going to really bother too much with doing stuff here. We're just going to call the video here, I reckon. Going to go back to the hotel and go get in the pool. Alright, bye.